And we're live. Yay. Hello, everybody, and happy Wednesday. Welcome to another day of
Movie Couple Live.
Movie Couple Live. I'm Wendy.
I'm Dustin.
And thank you all so much for being here. Oh my God, this thing shows up every single time. Get it off there.
Go away.
Go away. Nobody wants it. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
There we go.
All right, I'm sorry, guys.
Technical difficulties.
We've got it all together. We hope you're all doing okay. If it is your first time here, hello and welcome. Hope you enjoy our very fun, very not professional show that we try to put together. And if you're ever curious about where you can find us when we're not doing YouTube stuff, you can just simply check those out. And that is our Instagram, over here. Instagram, Twitter, it's the same. Just search The Movie Couple or me at Wendy Lee Zaney, and you'll find our stuff. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and on Twitch, which is just twitch.tv/The Movie Couple. And you guys, hope you're all doing well. We're going to go ahead and jump right into it. Let me just find my show. Let's do this. So we always kind of start the show with what we've been up to. What is the latest thing we've been doing? As you guys are probably seeing, if you're subscribed to our channel, which you haven't, you should. We have two new trailer reactions that are up. One is for Respect, starring Jennifer Hudson. It's a very short teaser, and it's so juicy. It's so good. And the other one is the Soul sneak peek, Soul by Pixar. And of course, we have a Tokyo vlog that is up right now. We had a lot of fun filming all of those.
This is the last of the Tokyo vlogs.
It is.
It's so sad because kind of watching them and going back over them, you're like, oh, I want to go back to Tokyo. I want to go back to Tokyo Disney. Yeah. But probably not for the rest of this year.
Yeah. I really miss it. And a lot of people were questioning on the vlog. People are like, hey, when was this filmed? Because I normally actually have a little message in the beginning, and instead of doing that for this vlog, I ended up just putting it in the description. I guess a lot of people don't read the description of a video before they just start watching it. So if you are here now and you've seen the vlog and you're wondering, when did they go to Tokyo? We went in 2018, so we did not put ourselves or anybody else at risk.
Yeah.
As far as COVID goes, we have not done any sort of international traveling, any sort of domestic traveling in a long time. And we have our very first super chat from Chris Mendez. Thank you so much, Chris Mendez.
Thank you so much.
Also a Patreon supporter. Chris writes, okay, choose if you dare. We should just call these Chris's Choose If You Dare. You guys, welcome to Chris's
Choice.
Chris's Choice. Oh my gosh. Nice.
I like it.
Well, that's a terrible high five. Why do you do it like that?
What? I
just hold it. But can't you cut like a joint, like do this, like in motion?
Okay. I was leaving it up there for you.
I know, but it makes me feel like a kid. Like, okay, yeah.
High five, yeah. It's okay. You know what? It's because I work with kids for so long, and I'm just so used to going high five, dude, kind of a thing. And so I'm used to putting my hand up there and letting them hit it, because then it makes it easier, so they're not like whoosh and miss.
All right, Chris's choice. Choose if you dare, and you guys please participate in this in the chat as well. Which one made you cry more? Oh no. I cry at everything.
Oh my goodness.
The end of Toy Story 3 or the beginning of Up. Not that anything makes me cry. Chris knows everything makes me cry.
That is tough. It's not the fact of which one made me cry. It's which one made me cry more. I think probably for me, I think I cried a little bit more for the ending of Toy Story 3. Just because there was that moment to where I was getting really choked up. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're really going to kill them. What's going on? How can you do this? And I got into a little bit of hysterics when I was watching. I was like, no, this can't be.
Because we've been with these characters for so long that all of a sudden they're going away and you're like,
and they're in the trash. I mean, it's kind of a story of how real toys end, kind of a thing. So it has that real life thing. And then, but of course, then, wait, no spoilers, but Toy Story.
Well, there's a fourth Toy Story. So.
True. So you know that they don't all no, but the beginning of Up was very tearful, but we hadn't gotten attached to those characters yet.
Right.
You only had about 10 minutes to really be like, oh, this is a really cute story. Oh, Oh, so yeah, it still kind of made you
It wasn't
cry.
like an awe for me. I remember seeing Up, and I was kind of like, oh. What
Oh,
the hell, Pixar? What are you doing?
no, that's true.
It's like they were this is just adorable newlywed, bought their first little house. They had their little
Mm-hmm.
jar and they wanted
Mm-hmm.
to do trips, and then things happen like that something in the house breaks, he breaks his arm, and this and that, and then like she
And
didn't
then a
want to get
tree falls on the
yeah, it's
house.
just this whole thing, and then like it goes to like they just couldn't ever save up that money to go on their adventure, and then it's like the curveball, and this was so like adult of Disney because usually you think Disney, you think kids
Mm-hmm.
content, but it was like you want to have a baby, you cannot have a baby, and it's like
And you're just like, yeah, they got beat up.
it's no wonder
The
got
Fredricksons
like
got
he was
beat
so
up.
bitter by his older age, when they
Mhm.
were trying to take his
When
house.
she died, that's when
Oh,
that's
Ellie.
when
Ellie's
everything.
she brought balance to the force.
Mm-hmm.
So but kind of like what Dustin says, even though I remember crying and I was like, how dare you Up make me cry within like it hasn't even been 5 minutes and I am crying. I felt very attached. I am very attached to all those characters from Toy
Yeah.
Story 3. So for me, seeing them in that furnace scene really was a shocker. And I remember I was like, wait, no, I can't watch this. I wanted to get up and leave the theater. And I was like, just tell me how it ends. I cannot physically watch this. Thank you so much, Chris Mendez, for Chris's choice today.
We're gonna call this
Chris's choice.
That's gonna be the segment that we give Chris from now on. It's gonna be Chris's
choice.
choice.
Because
you do a really good
one.
You do a really good, a couple really good ones, dude.
And I'm dying to see what some people are saying in the chat about this. Reese says there is a really dark theory that Mr. Fredrickson died before the movie started and Russell was his guardian angel.
Oh, that's even worse.
Reese, why you do this? Why? Let's see. Jack says it's like the toys all connected. It's dramatic, sad, and the music. Yes, absolutely.
And
David
they all
also
start
says
holding
I got
hands.
attached. That was the worst when they held hands. And I was
it's kind of like they just like they slowly accepted it. And the fact that they were accepting this, you're just like, no, you're supposed to fight.
Yeah, fight, win,
go fight, win.
Debbie says, I think we can all relate to the end of Toy Story 3. Absolutely. MK says, more memorable for me, end of Toy Story. Saw it on a first date. Oh. Whoops.
Well, I mean,
no one can expect that.
It's a good first date kind of a thing.
Yes. And it gives you something to talk about afterwards.
Like if you're still dating the guy now kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Or dating the person now.
Yeah, dating the person now. Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, if you have that emotional attachment to it and it was already emotionally traumatizing in a sense, yeah, it's going to have a bigger effect on you.
Yeah, absolutely. And then David says, I haven't seen Toy Story 3, but the beginning of Up was quite gut-wrenching. 100% agree. Yeah, a lot of people are saying Toy Story.
I like the fact that there's a good balance here too, because honestly, there's no right or wrong answer.
There is no wrong answer. It's just
they're both
opinion.
Just incredible tear-jerking moments.
Yeah, absolutely.
That they have.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's oh man, I'm thinking back now. Maybe that's why I haven't rewatched Toy Story 3.
Oh yeah, and Buzz's face to Jessie. Oh my gosh. Yeah, because what is it? They just started kind of getting like they started getting a little bit of a romantic relationship going between
like
Buzz. I know Buzz's Spanish switch.
So cute. So cute. Well, thank you so much, Chris, for your super chat and your support. That was a great one. That was a really, 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 really great one, and we enjoyed it so much. And I love seeing everybody participate as well. And as far as what we're doing, what we're watching, recently, Dr. Sleep was released on HBO Max. So I said, Dustin,
just like that,
we are watching Dr. Sleep tonight. I promise you it's not that scary.
And then I was kind of like, isn't that a Stephen King novel?
It sure is.
So, but honestly, yeah, Dr. Sleep is really, it's not what you would call a scary movie.
No.
Wendy did a really good job on kind of making, it's kind of like if you took Stephen King but mixed it with X-Men. That's kind of what
People
Dr.
with the
Sleep
shine.
is.
Yeah,
And
it's
I was
so
like,
good.
this is, I really like the way it was done. I love the characters. Everyone did an amazing job in that movie.
Yeah.
So it was, if you get a chance to watch Dr. Sleep, I highly recommend it. So thumbs
Yes.
up on that one.
My favorite part is, and we'll do a spoiler review for our Patreon. My favorite part was that, no spoilers here, is that the director and the writer really did the best of their ability to kind of pay homage to both the book and Kubrick's film, to kind of blend them perfectly. Because if you read Stephen King's The Shining and then you watch the movie Shining, you will know that there are some very blatant differences.
Yeah.
But there are some people who have only watched The Shining and never read the book. So in order to kind of, make a good compromise and keep the readers happy and keep the people who have watched the film only really happy, they try to blend in both. So there are some changes, but even as a book reader, like, I remember reading Dr. Sleep and then seeing the film, and I realized what they changed, and I said, you know what, I get what they're trying to do here. There is two separate audiences. There's people that's read the book. There's people that's only watched the film. How do you blend both together so it makes sense in everybody's mind? And I think they did that perfectly, and I really enjoy watching the movie a second time around.
And Navi wants to get in on the.
Now she wants to get in on the action.
Hi, everybody.
Navi is the only one that does this. Falcor,
yeah, Falcor doesn't.
He only hangs
Navi
out
just
in the
comes
hallway
right up
now.
next to me.
Yeah.
And she's like, Daddy, pet me. I want to be on the live stream.
Yeah.
But I get too distracted when you're up here, Miss Navi. So I'll give you some loves. But now,
wait, there's a 3 hours director's cut on Dr. Sleep.
Really?
Where can I find that? I probably have to buy the.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Navi? She thought she was eating something off the floor.
No, she's not. She's moping. She's like, me, put me down.
Put me down on the floor, how dare you? If
there's a 3 hour director's cut of Dr. Sleep, I want to watch that.
I want to watch it for sure. And I absolutely enjoyed Rebecca Ferguson as Rose the Hat.
She does really good.
So
everyone
good.
Everyone in that movie did a great job in their respective roles.
Agree. And I want to address this question real quick from Noah, because he's been asking me in comments and on social media as well. I'm getting hyped for the new Phineas and Ferb film. Are you guys hyped for the Disney Plus movie, Wendy and Dustin? I remember Phineas and Ferb, the cartoon. It wasn't ever a film or a property that I really super connected with. I just didn't expose myself enough to that to kind of have that excitement being built for Phineas and Ferb. But I am very much aware of them, aware of the biggest fan base that it has. And so for those fans who are very excited to get the film, I'm really, really excited for them that they are getting this, because that series has been out for years. It's been around for a long time.
Yeah, and honestly, same thing with me. I know of the property. I never really watched any of the episodes, so I'm not really sure. But I heard that it has a huge fan base. I heard it's really good, and it's just the fact that it's item 151 on today's recommendation list.
Yeah. And oh my gosh, everybody in the chat is saying the director's cut is on HBO Max. It's in the extra. If I had known that, I would have watched that from the beginning. Because the movie is already 2.5 hours.
That's
What's another 30 minutes?
30 minutes?
All right. Well, that's something I will be doing soon.
Yep. Maybe we can see if there's a part to where it just shows the extra scenes.
Oh, maybe. Or skip through, be like, I didn't know about this. Yeah, it's because we just watched the movie, so to rewatch it right away, it's kind of like, oh, I don't know about that. But yeah, I definitely want to explore that. And we have a new segment that we're calling.
We're getting with all of the new segments.
With all the new segments today, news flash. So basically, we've got a few topics here. We're just gonna talk through them really quick and kind of pick one that stands out to us, and then you guys go. Of course, you can participate in the chat room as well and let us know which topic really stands out to you, and we'll kind of base our conversation on after we kind of discuss these. So, news flash. Original Ghostbusters to appear in their suits in Ghostbuster Afterlife. Director David Ayers says there was more katana on his cut of Suicide Squad. SpongeBob SquarePants Sponge on the Run going straight to VOD. And Tokyo Disney opens today. Also, Disney World announces that the Skyliner transportation is going to start resuming transportation on July 15th. Dustin, which one of these topics stand out to you?
Well, the one that I'm probably the most excited about is to see the original Ghostbusters, or the ones that are still around, back in Ghostbuster Afterlife. So
Mhm.
I'm excited. And not only just back, they're not just making a cameo, but they're going to be in their suits. They're probably going to have their proton packs on. So
Yeah.
I am excited to see them in the new Ghostbusters film. I actually don't, I hope they have like a little small role, a little bit more than a cameo,
Mhm.
but a little bit less than like a prominent role, because I
Right.
really want this
Wanna
to
see
be
the
more
kids.
about the kids, the passing on of the torch,
Right.
so that maybe we can get more Ghostbusters movies
Mhm.
without having to worry about going, oh, well, we have to get Bill Murray, we have to get Dan Aykroyd, we have to get
Yeah.
everyone else.
Ernie
What are we going to
Hudson.
do? Ernie
Yeah.
Hudson. And how do we, I mean, so now it's just like, okay, we have our new story, we have our new characters, let's move forward and just focus on that. So I'm hoping that there are more there to pass on the torch.
Mhm. Absolutely. So this was from an article from comicbook.com, and this was revealed in their interview, during their interview with Ernie Hudson. And let me go ahead and find the quote here. So this is a quote from Ernie Hudson, who says Jason Reitman, who actually was in the second movie, he was the kid who opened the second movie, and I just remember him being around the set on both movies, so I know
Ah.
that he grew up with them. It's very personal to him. He wrote an amazing script, and he's established himself as a director on his own right. He's a wonderful director. So when this started to happen, and because Jason was involved, I felt this would actually happen. I was really excited about it. But when it happened, going to the set for the first time and seeing Sigourney Weaver and Bill Murray and Dan
Ooh.
Aykroyd, spoiler, honestly was almost spiritual. I know it sounds weird, but I was very moved by it. I was very touched. And he talks about in the interview, talks about wearing their suits. So I'm just gonna get to that. He says, just over the years, I've had contact with all of them. But somehow we are back together and wearing these jumpsuits, and it's a production, and it was great. It was just very moving, and it was just wonderful. The new cast is incredible. So that kind of reveals a little tidbit on we very, very, very possibly will see the Ghostbusters, the original Ghostbusters, in their original suits. We don't know how much of it is going to be in the movie because it has to go through editing and if
Mm-hmm.
it fits and whatnot. But I think every single diehard Ghostbuster fan would just lose their mind over seeing, if they come out and kind of like assist the big to finish out the big bad.
Yeah.
And because they might still have some tricks up their sleeves. They've been doing this forever. These kids are so new, they may not know everything. So I would love that. And people are also loving your shirt.
Hey, I've worn this shirt a couple times, and yeah, especially for today, it's kind of just perfect for my mood. So yeah, it's very fitting, very appropriate.
Yeah. Any of the news stands out to you guys? For me, let's see. I gotta say, it's like because we've been in quarantine for so long, but Tokyo Disney opening up today, and I saw a small video of guests entering the park and knowing that you and I have been there, and they're walking through the World Bazaar part.
Oh, I love that part.
And I'm just like, and it also kind of was like, I guess crowds kind of give me a little bit of anxiety now seeing crowds
Mm-hmm.
because it looked like there were a lot of people. But I'm guessing that when you film it like just in that one direction, it would always look like that, even though there's distance between everybody.
Yeah, true. Because you can't really tell the distance in between each person unless you were like a little higher
Yeah,
up.
unless you're a little bit higher up.
Did you
I
see like everyone wearing masks though?
Well, I saw everybody's back and
Oh,
head, so I
okay.
couldn't tell. But I did see all the cast members. They all were standing in their little spaces because they have the same markers, like social distancing markers on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
So they were all standing according to that, and they were all waving, and they all had masks on.
Okay.
I would only assume that all the guests would have masks on as well.
And it's also a different culture in Japan to where they're already used
They
to
already,
wearing masks.
yeah, they already do
So
that there.
good for them.
Yeah, good for them. Oh, we have a
Oh,
super chat from Lamont Smalls. Hello,
hey,
Lamont.
thank you so much. Jinx.
Jinx. Does that mean I can't?
No, please talk. You're the one who leads this stuff.
All right, question from Lamont. Interesting that Paramount is choosing next year rather than its original release date to send SpongeBob on VOD. Why do you think this is? I think they saw this. Go ahead.
Oh, because I was saying there's probably a little bit of going on with the contract. If they have a contract with the movie theaters that won't allow them to bring it out on VOD now,
yeah,
then it's like, well, fine, we'll just wait until the contract's over, and then we'll just put it into VOD. And they're kind of like, well, Trolls did a good job
Yeah.
on releasing on VOD, so might as well see if SpongeBob can rake in that same amount of money. Because first of all, I don't think SpongeBob would be like one of those huge blockbuster movies that will bring in a crowd during the pandemic no matter
Okay.
what.
Okay.
But and I think you will get plenty of people, plenty of parents and families that will VOD this. So
Yes.
I think that's actually a pretty smart way to go
Yeah.
with SpongeBob.
So it looks like yeah, it is going to debut on VOD in 2021 and not this year, which is weird because we saw Scoop do that.
Yeah.
We saw Troll World Tour. What else? Was that it? Onward, but Onward already had a theatrical release, so I guess that one doesn't count. I gotta go with Dustin here. I think it's contractually, because especially like when AMC kind of got themselves into this whole big argument saying that they weren't gonna that they weren't going to show any Universal movies, and then like I think like Regal was even kind of like yeah we're not gonna show it either. This contract is really important, I think, for movie theaters to survive, and with here in the US the cases for COVID are on the rise. Here in LA, in the state of California, they actually just closed down a lot of stuff again in 19 different counties. I literally read the news right before we went on, so I didn't even get to read it in detail. I don't even know exactly what they're closing, but I'm guessing places that people would gather indoors, such as restaurants, bars, movie theaters. That's just a guess. I haven't read it yet. So contractually, I'm guessing that they want to kind of respect the theater and push it to 2021. Though I feel like 2021 is kind of late because like their run in theaters is technically 3 months. So why don't they just release it in the fall instead? Unless this is like they want to see this as a summer-esque movie, and and they want to do it next year. So maybe that's what it is, and it is a really interesting choice. So Lamont, thank you so much for your question, because that's actually a really excellent, really excellent question. And we have another super chat, so I don't want to miss it. From Jim. Thank you so much, Lamont. And thank you for hanging out today.
Yeah.
Jim writes, do you think the studios will be putting more first-run movies on VOD if the theaters shut down, goes until 2021? Woo!
Yes.
Smaller movies with a smaller production budget, I think, has a better chance of going to VOD. Movies such as Mulan, Tenet, Wonder Woman, Black Widow, all these huge tentpole blockbuster cost a lot of money to make. Also, it's going to look fantastic on screen. I think their intent is to release it when it is safe to do so in theaters, because people will wait, and people will go, and they will put butts in seats for these said movies. What do you think?
I think that too. I honestly think that they're just they're going to go with whichever option makes them more money. I think if waiting and put the big blockbusters out on in the theaters is going to make them what they think is going to make them more money, that's what they're going to go with. However, I think you're right. I think a lot of the smaller budgets are going to start VODing it, because you can still make a lot of money on Netflix, on YouTube, not YouTube, on like Amazon,
VOD, all the streaming platforms,
on all the streaming platforms. So it's an option.
For example, Unhinged, is a movie that they could look at for a VOD release instead.
What is it? The Heartbreak Gallery.
Which
I think Broken Heart Gallery, which I think it looks like an adorable movie, and I definitely, if in normal times, I would have gone out to the theaters to go see it. However, now I think you'd get more money from VODing it. So I mean, it all depends on what their calculations are, on what they really think, even what they think is going to make more money. But now this is more of a viable option to be like, hey, you know what? Let's start using a little bit less of a budget so we can have some movies that go straight to VOD.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Jim, for such a great question. I think about it all the time. Whenever I read about a new movie, I was like, cool. So am I going to theaters to see this, or am I going to buy it?
Yeah.
You know, so a movie that I really need to purchase, and I might do it tonight, is the movie Irresistible. I've already seen it. Because I did the discussion for Focus Features. You know that scene, but I really want Dustin to see it. I think it's a really brilliant film by Jon Stewart.
It looks really good.
It's funny, it's witty, gotta watch it. We also have another super chat from Justin that I almost skipped over.
Ooh.
So sorry about that. Justin writes, have you watched The Boys on Amazon? If not, then I highly recommend. It is easily the best superhero show right now, and they have a season 2 that is coming, I believe.
Yep, they do.
I think I saw bits and pieces at Comic-Con because they had an activation where we kind of were kind of an escape room in a way, but it was led by actors. It was kind of an interactive experience where we had to solve crimes and find clues in the scene. It was
very much like an escape room.
Actually a lot of fun, and out of everything I saw in that Amazon Prime activation, I thought The Boys was the one that got me the most excited.
Yeah, it was really cool. And honestly, I've heard just tons and tons of really, really good things about The Boys.
Yeah.
So much so that I don't even know if we can watch it because I don't know if we have access to it.
It's on Amazon Prime.
If it's on Amazon Prime, okay. And it's one of those.
What do you think I'm paying that membership for?
I've watched actually a lot of videos on YouTube about The Boys and the comic books, so I've already had a little bit of a good amount of things spoiled for me. But I'm like, this looks, and it's just the feeling of it just is a really good message and story, and it looks really good. So yeah, I am down. It's just item 152 on recommendation list.
So many. It's because we do so many other things during the day, and sometimes things come up, and we're like, we got to get to this right away, and then it's hard to get to everything and still kind of have time for ourselves, which is really so important right now for our mental health. So, but we definitely want to. And Nurse 117 also wrote, check out The Order on Netflix.
The Order?
The Order.
Which one is that?
I'm not sure.
I've heard that one. That one sounds familiar, but I don't remember. I think we also did.
Hello, Star Drew, watching from Twitch.
Hey, how's it going?
Yay.
Is there? I think we missed another.
Yeah,
super chat
it's from Chris, but I gotta find it.
They sometimes just go by so
fast. They go by really fast, but don't worry, guys.
Thank you so much, Chris.
Thank you, Chris. Chris says, check out The Wizard starring Fred Savage. It's a great 80s movie about 3 kids that travel cross-country to go to a Nintendo tournament?
A Nintendo tournament.
I have never heard of this.
It's at Universal Studios. I've seen this movie a couple times.
Do we have it?
No, I do not, unfortunately.
Okay,
And this
this
is a pretty old movie. But yeah, there's I gotta remember who else is in it. It's not just Fred Savage. But yeah, there's
Princess Bride Kid, right?
I don't know if I can't remember if it's his brother or if it's a friend of his who he's like autistic, but he's like amazing at video games. Ninja Gaiden, Super Mario Brothers.
Wow.
And this is when they first announced Super Mario Brothers 3 for the Nintendo gaming system.
Oh.
And
what?
That's where they first kind of announced it to the world that this game is coming out. And here's like your first look at it. If you want to see it, go and watch Wizard. And it's a really good 80s movie.
I can't believe Stardew says it is his brother.
It's his brother. Okay.
I cannot believe
I haven't seen the movie in years,
that. I've never even heard of that movie.
Who is the girl? Does anyone remember the girl in there that's with them?
Is she a gamer too?
No, she's like, I think it's like Jennifer. It was like Jennifer Gardner, or if it was Jennifer.
They're not the same age. She's
well, no,
Jennifer
she's really. This was
older.
No, this is when she was really young.
But Fred Savage and Jennifer Garner are on the same age. Isn't she a little bit older?
I don't know. Sure. I now have to go back and watch that movie.
I feel like also Jennifer Garner has like stopped aging.
Yeah, there are some movie stars that
just
have that God-given
Jenny Lewis. Jenny Lewis. There you go. The chat always comes through.
Yes.
Chat always comes through. Thank you, chat. And thank you, everybody, for your super chats. Thank you so much.
But yeah, if you guys haven't seen Wizard and you're into a really good 80s movie, it's 80s all the way. I mean, especially because they have all the pop culture. I think they even had like
it's like Ready Player One.
It's not like a Ready Player One, unfortunately.
But this is 80s, and that one has like 80s inspired moments. So I thought maybe.
But I think honestly, when I really think back on it, it was more along the lines of a Nintendo advertising campaign because they highlighted Super Mario Brothers 3, and they even had this moment where one of like the big contenders pulls out like a power glove. I don't know if you guys remember the Power Glove, but yeah, it had all the buttons
Oh
here
my
and you controlled it
God.
like that. Do you remember the Power Glove?
Yes, I wanted one so badly.
Me too.
And my parents
I
are like,
wanted
why
one.
do you need that?
My parents did something smart. They gave us like my brothers and I. It was me and my two brothers, and so since there was three of us, they were like, "Okay, you guys want a gaming system? You have to work together to save up your money so you can buy it." So my brother David, my oldest brother, he was always like the one who was like, okay, strategizing it, how to do it, and
Yeah.
where to get the best deal. So he was the mastermind
Yeah.
of making us. Oh, that's why we always had the best gaming system, is because we would work hard, get the money from our allowances and stuff, and then pitch in together to get the same gaming console.
Ah, interesting.
So we did that even with the games that we
I'm
got.
the only child, so it's just usually a no.
Yeah.
For me.
The only person you could ask would be your parents.
Yeah. No. If I ask my dad, ask your mom. It's like, oh, I don't even try. I know it's going to be a no. I see Debbie in the chat saying that there's some SDCC news. So I did a quick Google, and all I see is the Funko Pops exclusives that have been announced, and it looks like they're doing a 10-inch supersize pop of
that looks like zombie thing. Oh yeah, zombie the thing.
Yeah. And we have, I can't even read that.
Dark Captain Marvel.
Oh,
once you read the title on it, it's very small, so it's hard to see, but it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, Nightcrawler,
and then a Wade Wilson,
from. Yes, I want that one. that's the only one I need.
I wanna get that and see if I can get Ryan Reynolds to sign it.
He'll be like, no, throw it away. Throw it away.
He'll do something silly on there.
No, he'll do something from it. Let me see if that's what Debbie was talking about. Or
maybe
not.
So many chats, they swing. I mean,
I know they keep going by very quickly.
And we got all the super chats, right?
Yeah, I think so. God, I hope so.
So, but yeah, I mean, those Funko Pops look really cool. I've kind of deliberately curbed myself on Funko Pops.
We have so many.
Well, comparably, we have like a few, but there's some people that have like Funko walls,
Funko rooms. I want to take you to the Funko store in Hollywood once they open and it's safe to do so. It's like a whole theme park. I mean, there's no rides, but it's so amazing. Okay, let me go ahead and jump into our main topics here. The very first one, it's funny that we're talking about Nintendo and video games, because the first one we're going to talk about is actually Min Min. We're talking about Min Min, and let me just put up this banner here. All right, Min Min joins Super Smash Brothers. That's right. If you're still playing like we are, Nintendo announced this news during live stream that Min Min is one of the first 6 new characters to be included in the game's upcoming update, Fighters Pass Volume 2. So there's a video on Nintendo, and it goes through all of Min Min's special moves and showing the character's mobility. And obviously her coolest feature to me is like the long arms. Obviously, if you don't know Min Min is from the game ARMS. So Nintendo also unveiled 5 new Mii Fighter costumes that will be released on the same day that's already released. There was Ninjara from ARMS, Heihachi, I think I'm saying that right, Tekken, and Vault Boy from Fallout. And Min Min was added to Super Smash Brothers Ultimate on June 29th. So Dustin and I got to see a couple of a little bit of the video, and she looks
cool,
sick.
She also looks like a little bit, for those of you who are Street Fighter fans, one of the characters that was probably one of the easiest to kind of cheat with was Daozum. It's because he had that reach with his arms and he had that reach with his kicks. And then if they got too close, you can just do that Yoga Fire kind of thing. And she looks like one of those characters that you could get a little cheap fighter with.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like when we fully dive back into Super Smash, I think I want to study her and I want to just get to know all of her specials and her moves, because she is someone you can fight with without getting involved in the fight, unless you're on the multi-level stuff. Then that might be a little bit harder. But the way I play Super Smash is aggressively stupid. Because I want to get into the fight and then over smash and I over kind of like estimate how far I am from the edge.
Yeah.
And I always like KO myself. Usually, and when I have any sort of like negative points, it's because I'm
Yeah.
KOing myself. Like Pikachu, Meta Knight, forget. I'm like do, and I'm off, and then my up B is just terrible.
Yeah, and one of my
Terrible.
favorite characters to play, just because it's a very get in there and just beat the living heck out of your
Yeah.
opponents, is Bowser. Bowser's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
And also, it's kind of like you don't have to land every single hit, but with your hit does land, it's gonna hurt. So I've always really liked having Bowser, but I think Min Min would be a really fun character to play
The
to
little
kind of be able to.
arms.
Oh no, it has to be like
Ugh.
niddly niddly niddly.
Yeah, it's just so exciting to whenever we get like new fighters.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, Min Min, okay, because I feel like it's a very relatively new character.
Yeah.
But the fighting skills and everything and the mobility is so cool and interesting, and not something I feel like we've seen yet on Smash. So this is great. If you do like 8-person Smash, the screen would just look incredible.
You have to have a huge screen for that.
Yeah, that is absolutely crazy. And let us know, you guys, in the chat and also in the comment section below, who is your favorite fighter to use in Super Smash and why? And why? My favorite, we're not going to put Min Min in there yet because I haven't spent enough time. I would say Pikachu.
Pikachu's fun.
Meta Knight.
And Meta Knight's a little tricky for me. I've KO'd myself a little too many times with Meta Knight because I'm like, wait, no, because his controls are usually completely different than some of the other players that I'm used to. So I usually do more damage to myself than I do to other players when I play Meta Knight.
Do you have any other favorite fighters from Smash aside from Bowser?
Well, Bowser, Pikachu, I do like Pikachu. Samus is one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, you do like Samus.
I do like using Samus. Those are usually my big three.
Okay.
Right there.
I remember using Ganondorf once, and he did so much damage, but he was too slow for my personal fighting style.
Occasionally, I try to use Ganondorf too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's because of the same thing. He's very much a Bowser.
You know, the one character I still don't have a grip on, I don't understand why. Kirby.
Kirby's tough. But Kirby's fun.
Kirby's great. I always get my butt kicked whenever someone else is playing Kirby, but if I play Kirby, I just do terrible.
Yeah. Well, it's also because you have to be good at like all characters in order to be Kirby.
And that's
because you have to be able to fight as different characters.
That's
in a sense.
true.
When you take the other person's attacks.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Justin with the super chat. Thank you so much. Are you considering getting Apple TV? I might have to get it because they partner with A24. Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're producing films by Scorsese and starring Will Smith. They'll bring in the future. I love A24 property. That's why I said oh no, because it's kind of like oh no, I'm gonna want to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't have Apple TV right now because we have already Netflix. We pay for Netflix, pay for Amazon
Disney
Prime,
Plus.
Hulu, Disney Plus, HBO Max. It's a lot of streaming services, and I got to look at how much Apple TV is because I really want to watch Defending Jacob.
Yeah.
With Chris Evans, and I just don't have a chance unless like I don't know some publicist out there wants to send us screening links for various Apple TV shows, and we'll be more than happy to review them.
And that's also another thing. We're also gonna have to wait to see what they really do offer. You know, as of right now, I'm not too impressed with Apple TV's
Let's see what they've got on there. Okay.
Or at least from what I have seen, they might have brought out something really cool recently that I'm like, oh, that looks really good.
Yeah.
But for the most part...
the morning show is on there.
Oh, okay.
The Banker. Okay, there's a couple of... those are, I would say, their top 4 shows. The Banker, Central Park, Defending Jacob, and The Morning Show.
Okay.
But yeah, if A24 is involved, once we kind of have that slate out...
And to get Will Smith stuff.
Will Smith, Scorsese, forget it. Like, I really, really... We'll look into it a little bit, but...
As of right now,
I just don't know if we can handle another platform right now.
Another monthly streaming service, yeah.
And that we may not watch as often. That's kind of like one of the things I worry about so much, you know?
Yeah,
we get it and then we don't use it.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah. Oh, no, where's the other super chat? It was from Nurse 117. Hello. Thank you so
Hey!
much for your
Thank
support.
you.
He says thank you for the fun entertainment. God, I hope we're entertaining for like the hour that you guys get to spend with us. Thank you so much. We have so much fun doing this.
Yeah, we
Honestly,
do.
after every show, like if we have a bad morning after every show, and this is not like us just putting it on, we are in a much better mood because it's kind of like interacting with our friends that we get to
Yeah.
see and we just
We
talk
haven't
nerdy
seen
stuff. We haven't seen
we haven't
people.
seen any of our friends
Yeah.
since March. I
Yeah.
mean, literally. I've seen them on screen. I've done Zoom chats with them.
We did
We
a
just
campaign last night.
Yeah, last night we played
Pathfinder.
a Pathfinder campaign, and it was nice to be able to talk and see them. But there's a difference. I want to be able to like, buddy, and give my friends hugs again.
Yeah.
And it's
And just like hang out, make food, and just like joke around, and it's
and being here with you guys does kind of fulfill
yeah.
a little bit of that, those urges to be like, I want to communicate with people. I want to talk to people. I
Yeah.
want to hang out with people. And thank you guys so much thank you for liking us.
Thank you for liking us.
We come on here and we do our own little silly thing, and we're just glad that
acting stupid half the time.
half the time that what we're doing. But we're glad that you guys are entertained. We're glad that we can bring a little bit of joy, a little bit of entertainment, to fun and entertainment to your day.
Yeah.
And thank you guys so much because you guys really do help feed into this energy that our little group has here. So thank you guys very
thank you
much.
So much. I want to come up with a name for them. Like, you know how Roxy has her rock stars?
Oh.
What would the movie couple have? I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe I chose a bad name.
Well, it's
like the real rejects. I think they're rejects, right? Like fans are the rejects.
They're just rejects.
What about late to the party? What's their I'll text them.
They're all late. Yeah.
I'll text them.
But yeah, if you guys also have like ideas for names for yourselves,
drop it in the comments. Drop it in the comments. Chat, and we'll maybe by next week we'll have a
throw it a whole bunch at the wall, see what sticks, kind of a thing.
We also have another super chat from AMR Nail who writes, "Hey guys, ISP providers should have internet plus streaming service as one package. So." Yes, like AT&T and various where depending on where you are, we have a very independent provider.
We have lucked out
Giggle Fiber that is available just in the area that we live, and we are never ever switching. I hope they never go out of business. They are the best internet provider we have ever had. The most professional people that have ever come to your home. They wear little like disposable booties when they come into your house and they step on the stuff and then they replace it every time. Even pre-COVID, they're super patient, super understanding, super nice on the phone. And we've had AT&T, we've had Time Warner when that was a thing. We had Spectrum.
Part of my brain is having a seizure right now. God, I hate any big name company that does cable internet. It's all just, they have such a monopoly on everything. So they're just like, we don't care what your opinion is. Oh, you want to get different service? Oh, but there isn't. If you haven't seen the episode of South Park where they did that, where they completely made fun of that, go watch that episode and you'll understand completely what it's about.
And we
lucked out.
I didn't put the thing up here. Okay, hold on. I gotta create a banner. I forgot. I'm so sorry, guys.
That's okay. But yeah, fortunately, we've kind of lucked out with that and having just a great company available.
Yes.
I mean, when we first moved into our place, we were trying to go with AT&T
AT&T told us they were the only who was the company that was like, we're the only ones available in your area, and then they came over and they're like, we can't do anything. And I'm like, but you just told me two very contradicting statements. You said we're the only ones who can provide you service in this area because like they all have like the monopoly, which is I think should be illegal. In this area, and then how are you going to come over and tell me you can't do anything for me? And then luckily we talked to our neighbors.
And they still charged us.
Yeah, and they still charged us for the visit. And then they came over. Our neighbor was like, "Oh, we don't have that. We have this." And I was like, "What's this?" And then we looked into it. And ever since, it's been like 5 years at least.
Yeah.
We've been with the company and
They've
ever
never
changing.
raised it. It's never been
Thank the
questioned.
Lord.
We've had very few problems, and
Yeah.
as soon as we do have a problem, they're over here like in a minute.
Yeah.
To fix it. So
very
yeah.
responsive, excellent service.
Yep.
Let's go ahead. Thank you guys so much for all your support today. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next topic, which is, it's so interesting. Beavis and Butthead. Do you guys remember Beavis and Butthead?
Yeah, I remember Beavis and Butthead.
They are, guys, we're getting a reboot. So this is a 1993 series that is coming back. It was originally aired on MTV, but now this new iteration is going to be aired on Comedy Central, and they've already ordered 2 seasons, and it's supposed to have a meta-themed relatable for both Gen Z kids and Gen X parents. And this is a quote from the interview, or from the release. We are thrilled to be working with Mike Judge and the great team at 3 Arts again as we double down on the adult animation at Comedy Central. And this is coming from Chris McCarthy, the president of entertainment and youth brands for Viacom CBS. And he says, the Beavis and Butthead were a defying voice of a generation, and we can't wait to watch as they navigate through treacherous waters of the world light years from their own. Dustin, you used to watch Beavis and Butthead once upon a time. What's your take on this?
I have to admit, I think it's going to be really hard to be able to adapt Beavis and Butthead for a modern generation.
It's a very Gen X show.
Yeah, and also
just like Sarju says on Twitch.
It kind of fit what it was at the time, because that was the mentality at the time kind of thing, and it fit into that. It worked. It just it's like you had the right kind of writers, the right kind of attitude and personalities going in at the same time, in a time to where that just happened to hit. And I'm like, I don't know if it's going to be as successful as the previous one. I think it's gonna do good for a while, maybe, but I mean, who knows? It's weird because I just don't know if it's gonna fit nowadays.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Also, Beavis and Butthead, it just wasn't ever like
That was Falcor snoring.
Oh my god! I wish you guys could have heard that. I was like, what was that?
It scares you.
Sounded like a fart. Beavis and Butthead just
great cornholio. I need TP for my bumhole. Bumhole.
Yeah, see, that just wasn't. It wasn't just.
I scared now. Now he's like, what is that?
Dad, stop talking weird. It just wasn't ever for me. Like, I preferred Daria over Beavis and Butthead, which I heard was actually like a spinoff of Beavis and Butthead.
Well, Daria was in. Actually, that's kind of funny that there was a huge spinoff culture too.
Yeah.
With Beavis and Butthead. I mean, King of the Hill.
Oh yeah.
Was
not my jam.
Was a spinoff from Beavis and Butthead, and that did hugely successful.
Yeah.
And Daria was a spinoff. I think there might have been one more.
Daria had a spinoff as well, and it was I can't remember the name. I think it started with a J, Jody. And I know it starred Tracy Ellis Ross as the voice for the character, but I didn't really watch it at all. So this is going to be interesting. I think I want to wait and see what the animation looks like. And I think they have to really rehash the whole thing. It has to be a straight up reboot, because like if you use kind of what it was back then and then you put it into today's world, I think a lot of the Gen Z kids that they want to connect with will not connect with it. Yeah,
no, true. And that's the thing. You have to really you're going to have to put Beavis and Butthead in a digital world, because that is, especially when this comes out after COVID.
Yeah.
That is something that's going to be so prevalent in our culture at the time. And also, one of the big things that Beavis and Butthead did was kind of like that Mystery Science Theater 3000, to where they would watch music videos and make fun of them pretty much. So I don't know. I mean, it's going to be interesting, really interesting to see how they pull this off. So
we will see. I'm gonna reserve my judgment until I see some screenshots or teasers or something like that. But right now I'm kind of like cool. I'll check it out maybe.
Yeah.
That's kind of my thing.
I saw it scroll past. Someone's mentioned a Beavis and Butthead live action.
Didn't they do Beavis and Butthead Something America?
Do America. Yeah,
Oh,
Beavis and Butthead Do America.
the movie.
And the
Also, never
movie,
saw it.
I don't know how
That was a
successful that was.
CG'd one, wasn't it? It was weird. It was CG'd,
I
right?
don't remember watching. I think by that time I was kind of out of Beavis and Butthead. I think it would
Mm,
be really, really hard to do a live action version of it
mm.
because their facial features and what they're known for, the structure of their heads are so bizarre.
Yeah,
And
and
I don't
they're
think people would buy it in live action unless you made it to where everyone was kind of like that. But then it's not really live
that is
action,
that
it's more like
yeah.
Lion King.
Life
See,
real. It's not even life realistic. No one looks like that.
yeah, exactly.
Justin oh no, I can't even pronounce your last name because I don't want to say it wrong. I'm so sorry. But Justin says people don't realize that Apple literally has more money than all but 16 countries in the world. So Apple getting into entertainment means we're going to get even more saturated. Yeah, I think that's absolutely true. Apple has a huge global market.
Yeah.
And I don't doubt that their entertainment is going to just top give some stiff competition to some of the existing ones. It's just more of a financial thing for us. Like, do we want to or not? But
Yeah.
I feel like once they have a couple of like really good content, I'm kind of like, yes, take my money.
Yeah.
Take
But
it
it's
all.
going to be a lot of work because one of the big things, I mean, even Netflix had to really, really work hard to be
Yeah.
respected as a content, not just a streaming content, but
Mhm.
a film creator, content creator kind of
Yeah.
a thing. Because people are like, "Pfft, Netflix, they don't, pfft, it doesn't matter what they make. There's nothing that's going to be like Oscar worthy kind
Say
of thing.
that
But yet
again.
they got movies that have been
Yep.
nominated. But
Yep.
a lot of that is also because they spent the money
To
to produce,
and to
advertise,
market.
and to buy some of those nominations kind of a thing. Because you don't get nominated without spending a lot of money to get nominated.
Well, yeah, because
Kind of thing. You have to advertise it.
Yeah, you're advertising. Yeah, the money is in the marketing and getting these movies in front of people's faces and ensuring
Yeah.
that they watch it to kind of be nominated. But I don't think they're like buying votes or anything like
Oh
that.
no. I wasn't suggesting that. I wasn't suggesting that they're going like, hey, vote for this Netflix
Vote for
show.
me.
No. I'm sure it's more on the lines of they'll have big showings, give them food, give the people, make the people have a little bit of alcohol before, so they're like, wow. And honestly, we've
Show them
gone
a
to
good
we've
time.
gone to a couple of those
Mhm.
to where they kind of want to butter up the critics,
Yeah,
so to speak.
but I'm still gonna be honest in my review. Thanks for the time.
And thanks for the food.
I mean, I appreciate it all. I just, they want to put their best face forward, but it's also I'm not gonna lie in any of my reviews. If I didn't like it, then I'm gonna tell you why I didn't like
True.
it.
And honestly, there are some times probably where I would go back now and re-review some of the movies.
Oh my god,
And
you're
give
opening
them-
a whole
but
like
that's a whole
now
nother-
now people are gonna be like re-review those. Then it's kind of like, oh, now I gotta go back to circa whenever we started this channel and go back and rewatch those movies and see how we feel about those today.
Yeah.
Our final topic for today, you guys: new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles CG animated movie produced by the one and only Seth Rogen. What? Yeah. So this is. Let me find my notes for this. This is and Deadline did the article on this. So according to Deadline, Nickelodeon's rebooting Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle with Seth Rogen, Evan Goldberg, Sam Weaver producing. Jeff Rowe will be directing, and Brendan O'Brien is going to write the screenplay, and Paramount is going to handle the global distribution. And this time around, the film is going to be CG animated, and the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie, this one, is going to be supposedly Nickelodeon Animation Studios' first CG theatrical production, which is a shocker because like SpongeBob and all those other what about those? Aren't those Nickelodeon? So I'm a little confused about that. But this news is exciting because I have really enjoyed all of the animated versions of Ninja Turtle, the newer iterations.
I haven't enjoyed all of them, but what is it? Not the one that's going on now. The one that was
previous to that.
Previous to that was amazing.
Yes.
And I loved it. And there's many.
Yes.
There are many versions that I did really like.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of like, unless you can put a good spin and twist on this.
Yeah.
Because we've seen the Ninja Turtle story a good many times. I mean, not just in the animated shows, but we've gotten multiple live action movies. We've gotten multiple full length CGI'd animated movies.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of curious on, okay, you want to do another Ninja Turtles movies?
Mm-hmm.
Get me interested in it. I'm not just going to let you throw Ninja Turtles, which I love and
Yeah.
have a great fondness for.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let you just throw this out. Michael Bay kind of hurt it a little bit,
I
but I need to see something about it. There needs to be something that tickles my fancy. There needs to be something unique about it.
About the new Ninja Turtles. This
Yes.
one. I think, especially with Seth Rogen producing, I think the comedy should be really, really good. Like one of the things I love about Turtles, whether it's live action or animated, but mostly animated, is the banter back and forth between these four.
Yes.
Especially with Mikey. Like if I just need Mikey with the jokes. I need
Mikey.
Leo and I need not Leo. I need Donnie to just just throw a joke out there every once in a while, because he's always seen as like the nerdy science guy. But I was like, no, I feel like Donnie's got jokes.
Yeah.
And he's just holding them in his back pocket.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Donnie knows when to have the right timing with some of his jokes.
yeah.
But also, yeah, something that I'm hoping maybe is that they'll make this a little bit darker.
Yeah.
Make this a more PG-13
Nurse, thank
and
you
really
so
maybe. Oh,
much.
thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for hanging out with us, and have a great great rest of your day. Thank you so much. Sorry to interrupt the conversation. I know he was trying to leave the chat, so
Oh, no.
I wanted
Dude, we
to
love
put
you.
that up
Thank
there.
you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
Thank you for your donations.
Thank you so much.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, now if Seth Rogen's in it, and Seth Rogen has a little bit of a rated R mind in some of the stuff that he has done, then yeah, you know what? Honestly, I would like to see a PG really ride that line of rated R.
Yes.
For an anime, to make it a little bit more like Batman versus Ninja Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was a really good
If
movie.
you guys haven't seen it, go watch it. It's so good. We have a question from Paul Hernandez. Hey, Paul, who writes, does Seth Rogen bring a more modern style Turtles, or do we get a classic age/era?
I don't know.
Great question. What do I want?
They are so, because unfortunately,
Iconic.
Ninja Turtles are very much an iconic 80s cartoon.
Yeah.
And 80s comic book.
Yep.
They're completely different.
Yep.
Comic book from movie. Comic book from TV show. So it's gonna be interesting on which direction you go. How do you make that call? So I think, even though, yeah, true, Seth Rogen makes me a little curious about the production. I'm gonna have to see more in order because there has been a ton of good Ninja Turtle stuff. There's been a ton of bad Ninja Turtle stuff too.
Yeah, there's been some bad Ninja Turtle stuff.
So, I mean, don't forget there was a live action TV show where they had a female Ninja Turtle for a while.
The pink one, right?
No, she was like light blue.
What was the pink one from?
There was another one that's, I think, a new Ninja Turtle that they're introducing in the comics now, or relatively current, is like a yellow Ninja Turtle. But I think it's just another boy Ninja Turtle.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I think as far as like era goes, I would like it to be more modern, just because I think there's a lot of today's technology that they can kind of implement into the movie.
Yeah.
So if they do a classic one, which is always great for like nostalgia reasons, but I think I would like to see them kind of blend our everyday technology, kind of like whether it's like AI or heck, nanotech.
Yeah.
Why not have Shredder be all nano?
That would be kind of interesting.
He will be so hard to beat. Super hard to beat.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's what the mutagen is. No. Ooh. I don't want to change that up too much. That's a little too much. Now that more and more I'm thinking about it, I'm like, no. It's like, hey, I got an idea. No. Let's throw that idea away.
Yeah.
You can't. I mean, there's some things that you can't change, or people are going to riot. Like, don't make them aliens from outer space. At least we're not stupid aliens. I love that in that one animated moment of the Ninja Turtles. What, you guys are just stupid turtles? Well, it's better than being stupid aliens.
Yes. And I also see a couple of comments talking about Usagi Yojimbo, who wasn't he in an episode of the animated one that we liked?
That was really cool.
Super. Oh, sorry, I meant to do this one from Andrew Valdez, and also Adam. Adam also wrote this. would make a great spin-off film from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. I mean, we love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles so much that I honestly like any sort of like iteration right off the bat gets me very excited, and then once I start thinking about it, then my head like the thought train takes off, and it's kind of like, what if it goes this direction? What if it's not funny? What if they don't do this? What if they don't do that? Because there's so many characteristics that we want to see from all the turtles, and then it's like, do we have all the characters? Do we have April and Shredder and the Foot Soldiers, and what are they going to look like? And they're going to be weird and this and that. So
Yeah.
and
And how do you do April? You know, there's
Rocksteady
been
and
many
Bebop.
different. I mean, do you go with the reporter? Do you go with the someone that's their own age, like they've done in the cartoons many
Which
of
I
times?
actually
I like.
thought was very refreshing.
I love the fact that Donnie had a little crush. It was Donnie that had a crush on April, and it wasn't Mikey. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
that's an interesting way to go. Because normally it's Michelangelo that's really into April. Oh my God, she's so hot, dude.
Oh, well, you guys, that is our final topic for the show. I love that there's so much discussion on the Ninja Turtle topic. You guys, if you are here watching after the live stream, go ahead and let's continue that discussion in the chats below. If you haven't already subscribed, share this live stream, share our channel, like this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank everybody for your contribution to the super chat today. We so appreciate it. And I also saw Debbie's comment, because I know a lot of this money goes towards equipment. And we're saving up for a new computer for Wendy, because the one that you're watching us on right now, the one that I'm using right now, is about 6 years old.
It's older than that. We got it before we were married.
I can only run one program on it at once. If I have too many tabs open, it slows down dramatically. So Debbie put that if you purchase a new Apple MacBook Pro, you also get a full year of Apple TV. Ooh. So that's also a nice incentive for me to start looking to get that, which I haven't. I have a model in mind, but I want to do a lot more research. I know somebody sent us an email about like what kind of equipment we're looking for. If you're watching, know that I saw the email. I haven't written back because I'm trying to solidify all of my choices.
Yeah.
So with you guys, thank you so much. And I saw also some of the names. I saw the couplers. I saw the extras. I saw the movie crew, which I really like. The couplers. I saw the movie bunch, which I also think is so cute. Make a little bunch of crunches. Which is like, yeah, like the little snack that I love. So keep those suggestions coming. Maybe I'll do a little poll on Twitter in a couple of days or something like that. With that said, we're going to go ahead and end the show for today. Don't forget to get to join us for our next live stream, which should be Saturday. Well, hold on. Saturday's a holiday.
Oh, yeah. Saturday's the 4th of July.
Yeah, we're not sure if we're able to stream on Thursday, but follow us on
Saturday. Tomorrow's Thursday.
Sorry. We're not sure if we're going to stream on Saturday.
Yeah, so keep a look at our social media. We'll be posting what we're going to do, when we're going to do it on there. Hopefully we'll decide, now that we just realized that, it's got to be like, we'll make a decision in the next next day or so.
Yeah, and you guys will be definitely in the know, because we'll post it everywhere, Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff. So make sure you follow us on Twitter, Instagram,
like, share,
all
subscribe.
that place, at The Movie Couple, at Wendy Lee Zaney. Thank you so much. We love you guys, and we will see you guys in the next, in the next video or the next stream. Thank you so much for everybody complimenting this necklace. It is a Rock Love jewelry necklace. It's a Pokeball, and it also, hold on a second, opens like a locket.
Ah, so cute.
Gotta catch them all.
And some of them don't have social media, so we'll maybe also post it.
Yes, I will absolutely post in the YouTube community tab as well. Thank you so much, Jack. And you guys, with that said, we are out of here. We'll see you in the next time. Bye.
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 Bye.